This new spider mount can really climb up steep slopes. And this makes a lot of fun. Very exciting mount. Very exciting mount. I will not talk about this anymore. I'm so fed up with it. Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfszeit channel. Today with a very special topic. I mean, always special. So finally the patch hit the road. And oh boy, there was a lot of stuff in there. So as compact as possible. So let's start. For example, with the tasks, they introduced daily tasks. I looked at this at the NPCs. And yeah, I don't know if that is balanced, but you can judge. So please leave it in the comments. So these special orders are the daily tasks. They are there for every category. You now have a new interaction window with players. And this is the base system for other systems that will follow on this. To the duels. They also introduced a mechanic called ranked duels. And yes, a lot of people are abusing this and having very high ranked characters because they are using their second and the third accounts and boosting their stat number. And my serious question here is for Star World. I'm telling you this since 14 years, that everything you implement into the game will be abused by players to the absolute maximum. I have the feeling that the wheat is also legal in Sweden, or what? Didn't meant as an insult or something. I'm just wondering that no one thought of this. That basically means that the whole ranked system is completely a hoax because everyone can cheat there. With other accounts, of course. So yeah, I'm very sorry for the artist who made all of these fancy stuff there. But in my personal opinion, a ranked duel system which you can manipulate very easily is not worth anything in my opinion. It's just my personal opinion. Yours can of course differ. Please leave it in the comments. And the additions for the mastery system were awesome. I mean, just look at this. And you can skill, for example, loot amount, broker taxes, stables, and nearly everything. This is awesome. And finally, after all these years, we can re-roll our characters without deleting them. Yes, you can finally buy these. Same as you would buy the subscription. You just log in with Steam or with Epic and you can buy the Reroll Token. And why it's costing $9? Because everyone would change their character every month depending on the current PvP meta builds. Which the people will do anyway. Some also deleted their character after they got robbed. You can now surrender yourself. You don't need to re-roll or delete your character anymore. You can just surrender. And if you ask me, it looks very funny in my opinion. And yeah, it could really help to save new players when they are just surrender instead of veterans slaughtering them. Which directly leads us to the combat topic of this patch. They increased the normalization window of players' attacks slightly, which should allow higher ping players to parry faster attacks easier. I have a very good ping, so I don't know if you're having a very bad ping or you're living in Australia. Please comment below if that is now better for you or not. They also balanced magic a little bit. So yeah, I guess a party hard for some mages. And maybe also party soft because the damage of the flame strike is nerfed by 1 point. At some point I thought they were trolling, but I asked a few people and they said, yes, it makes a difference. So yes, and one of the things that I'm so glad that they implemented this, everyone can now tame a horse. But it's also a double-edged sword because we're having a dedicated tamer profession also in-game. But because of the low population, the huge map, and that everyone getting their horses killed all the time and getting fast from A to B, this is a good change in my opinion. As you have seen in the beginning of the video, yes, you can ride all of these spider types now. And you can climb up steeper slopes. Also, the Locator can do that. The UI improvements and also the reduced interaction timer. These holding R moments are really pissing. I would say personally, unless it's really necessary to holding R to interact with something, reduce it as much as possible, Star World. Because I'm not the only one who are having the ESTP MBTI type. And yes, I'm impatient as fuck. And I guess with the newer generation, it's even worse. I don't know. So yes, please reduce timers when they are not necessary. And finally, the fix of these sounds. They were a little bit annoying, especially the jungle. When you're having the sounds on and you're hearing the same bird a little bit too loud, the same time in the same repeating loop. In Guantanamo, you would argue if that is torture. I'm so glad that this is fixed. Then they fixed the visuals and collisions and stuff. And they improved the AI navigation in the Riser dungeon, which was a small improvement. First, there are 2 Riser dungeons. Yes, we are owning one of these Riser dungeons, the Talos Riser dungeon. And no, it's not fixed. Please fix the dungeon. And which is also phenomenally good is the optimizations they made. It also depends on your processor and on your graphics card, but maybe you will notice the difference. For me, it was a few frames. For others, it was a lot more. Then they improved the server stability and the server performance to reduce the lag spikes and improve the network responses. Let's just pray and hope for the best that the server the next time can handle stuff, I don't know. But if it's now finally stable and finally working in mass fights without lag, then I will be the happiest person ever. But I guess this here was just a small improvement. I guess they will make bigger improvements later on. And of course, they also fixed a few bugs. And of course, they repaired a lot of stuff in the world. But now to the most interesting. Because of the current problem of territory control, Star Wars changed a few things. And I will not say anything to these changes. I will not talk about this anymore. I'm so fed up with it. I explained the problems in 2 dedicated videos that they are linked in the description. And in these videos, I'm discussing the current problems. And for whoever can't acknowledge that these are problems, I can't help you anymore. I'm glad that Star Wars at least acknowledged them, but we will see what the future will bring. Maybe Star Wars will come up with an even better system, better ideas, I don't know. So all in all, if you ask me, this is an awesome patch. Of course, some stuff could have been better, some stuff could have been worse, I don't know. But all in all, it's improving the gameplay. And I can understand that a few voices of the community saying, hey, this is broken, this is not working, whatever stuff, and you're bringing in new mounts. What is wrong with you guys? But you need to understand that, for example, when you are a company of 30 people, it's very difficult because they can't focus on just fixing things because then they need to fire all their artists, so I don't know. That is why with the patches sometimes there comes some stuff like the mount. And before the 3D artist just sits in his chair and burning money for not doing stuff, they let them do stuff. And yes, this actually makes a lot of sense. And this is also why the patch notes are looking like the patch notes are looking. And I can totally understand that not everyone can understand this. But what I wish for the future patches and for the future in general. But this patch has proven that they are on the right path. But I guess it's not the patch to bring the masses back. This will be the next patch. The next patch will be the Meteor Relic patch. And I guarantee you that people will come back. Because this will breed a lot of PvP. And then maybe with the religion house that we can build to use the relics and stuff like this. Then maybe, yeah, a lot of people will come back, I guess. I don't know. But the beauty is that each patch, the game is getting better and better. And Star Wars are getting more skilled. And we will receive a better and better game over time. And if you wanna stay up to date, then please subscribe and ring the bell and share this video with all your friends. Would be awesome. And I think that in this patch particular is stuff that you could take with a grain of salt. Or you just enjoy your life and don't waste too much thought on this. So special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Paladin, Life, Lucario, Ronus, Paternax, Cologne Bulldog, and all the others, of course. So never forget, potato server hard. Just a joke. I wish you party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.